Hello everyone, today I will show you how you can start questing in Twilight Highlands as both factions. And in the description I've added the timeline so you can easily skip to the Horde or the Alliance part. So as a Horde player, head to Orgrimmar and pick up the quest War Chief's Command, Twilight Highlands. Next up, head into the building and speak to Garrus. He will give you a follow-up quest, Machines of War. This is located in Orgrimmar as well. Speak to the Goblin to hand in the quest and make sure you pick up the follow-up. The follow-up is done right next to, or well, to your left. What you need to do now is to inspect all the different demolishers until you find the one that is broken. When you find the broken one, you have almost completed the quest. Now you just need to make sure you also discipline the Goblin. Once you have successfully done this, head back to Garrus. Once you hand this in, you get another one that will tell you to hand it in to the Ogre to your left. This Ogre will also give you a quest that you do in Orgrimmar. Head to this location and speak to the NPC. In some cases you might have to actually deal with some enemies that spawn when you speak to this one. Head back and turn it in, and this allows you to pick up another one from Garrus Hellscream. This time you have to hand it in Ashara and not in Orgrimmar. So head to Ashara and find this location. Find the NPC Warlord Croc. After handing this in, you allow yourself to pick up 3 new quests. You can do all 3 quests at the same time, but for the sake of this video, then I'll do once at a time so I can easily show you what to do. The first quest I pick up is Ready the Air Force. This is handed in here, and then you get a follow-up. In this follow-up, you're told to find a specific NPC. What I usually do is just to make a macro where it says /target and the name of this NPC. And then I of course try to mic it, so it's easier for me to also find the specific location. Next up, head close to it, right click, and this will summon an object you need to loot. And then you simply head back to the location where you picked up the quest. Then you'll get yet another follow-up, and this will tell you to go to the location where you could pick up all the 3 quests at the same time. At this point, I usually speak to the Ogre and pick up both quests and do them at the same time. The name of these quests is Ready the Navy and Ready the Ground Troops. What I highly recommend you to do is once again to make a macro that says /target and the name of this NPC, AWOL. You don't need to type AWOL ground, just the first 4 letters. Make sure to discipline 12 of these and then you have completed the quest. Before you head back, head to the ship where you hand in the other one. Interact with the blueprint and pick up the follow-up. Now you need to make a new macro that says /target and the name of this NPC. Find the Goblin and make sure you almost kill him. Then you complete the quest, and now you just need to head back to the location with the Orc, but also the Goblin. By handing in these, you unlock a new quest from the Goblin. Go to this tower to hand it in, and now you're almost ready to start questing in Twilight Highlands. Hand it in and pick up the next one. At this point, you just need to get on the Zeppelin and wait for the RP event to start. This will take you to Twilight Highlands, where you're now also ready to start picking up many different quests. And this will hopefully help you get to level 85 anytime soon. As an alliance, head to the board in Stormwind City and pick up the quest Heroes Call Twilight Highlands. Next up, head to the keep and find the king. He will give you a follow-up where you need to speak to the NPC to your left and introduce yourself. This will make you complete the quest and you hand it in to the king. After you hand it in, you unlock 2 new quests, Rallying the Fleet and Twilight Investigation. Twilight Investigation is what you need to do first, as you complete it at the Major. Then you pick up the usual suspects, and next you have to go to Stormwind Harbor. At the harbor, you're gonna interrogate the different dock workers. Interrogate 6 of these to complete it. You can always hand it in by speaking to the NPC that is following you, but usually I just do the other quest first. By finding the supply sergeant, you automatically complete Rallying the Fleet. Hand this in, pick up the follow-up, and make sure you also hand in the quest to the other NPC, as this will also give you yet another follow-up. So at this point, you should be having the 2 following quests, and what we need to do first is missing parts. The missing parts can be collected all over the harbor. Find 5 of these and head back to a new NPC, this dwarf over here. By handing in this, you unlock a follow-up, but it's not picked up from the dwarf itself. it's picked up from the one that is following you. At this point you have 2 new quests. Head to the north first, as it will save you a lot of time. Make sure you escort your NPC to the farmer to complete it, and then you will get a follow-up where you also need to find different clues and figure out what happened. Follow the different objects until you get to this cloudy, or whatever we would call it, environment. Enter the location with the NPC and this will start a RP event. During the RP event there will also spawn different enemies that you have to make sure you kill. After a couple of minutes you complete the RP event and then you need to speak to the following NPC. Hand this in and start flying towards Old Town. In the Old Town find this building SL7 and at the top you'll find an object, and once the NPC is close enough to inspect it then you also complete it. Next up you are told to find Matthias Shore. He can be found in the same SL7 building, just a bit below. Then you're told to go to the west of Stormwind City, where you need to slay 6 different enemies. These enemies can be found on top of the building, but also inside the building. And once you have slain all 6, you gotta make sure you head inside the building at this location. At the bottom, you can hand in the quest. Now you'll need to slay the Black Bishop, and he can be found in the cathedral. Not behind the cathedral, no, actually inside the cathedral at this hidden room. After slaying the Black Bishop, you can interact with the object right here to hand it in and also pick up a follow-up quest. The follow-up quest is done at the Stormwind Keep. Speak to the Major to start a new RP event. At this point you need to slay the Major, but first there will be a transition and a RP event. After doing this, you have to speak to the King and claim your blue reward. Enjoy this amazing item and soon you will also be ready to start questing in Twilight Highlands. Pick up the follow-up and head to the Stormwind Harbor. Find the dwarf at the harbor and then interact with the seaplane to your left. Next up you have to fasten your seatbelts because now you will be taken to Twilight Highlands. I hope you enjoyed this guide, and if you would like to see more Cataclysm videos, for example gold making, tips and tricks and leveling guides, then make sure to check out the channel or even the description below this video. And by the way, if you would like to level up all characters quickly in Cataclysm, then I would highly recommend you to also check out the add-on Rested Experience. You can find this in the description below this video as well, with a discount code which is GuideMMO. This add-on is developed by some of the best speed levelers and it will take you from the 1 to 85 in next to no time. On my channel you can also find my official gold guide with investments, gold flips, more gold making, in fact many different ways to make gold in this expansion. But as always, thank you so much for watching and have an amazing day. Peace!